Hi guys, we love you here. Just a little bit more update on the case involving Maleah Davis, the 4-year-old missing from Houston, Texas. As the reports say, that Darian Vince has allegedly confessed in his jail cell to Cornell X. Now, maybe Vince asked him to come and talk to him, or maybe QX asked to talk to him. I don't know which order it was, but he managed to get in the cell and get a confession. Now, Darian Vince claims Maleah Davis died in an accident before he dumped this little girl's body in Arkansas. He allegedly has confessed to Cornell X on Friday morning, today, the 31st of May 2019. QX said he spoke to Vince, the so-called stepfather, in the downtown Houston jail. He has dumped her body along Interstate 30. No doubt the police out there and have started their search. Texas Aqua Search Tim Miller said he is heading to Arkansas on a private flight today. As soon as he can get on there, he's gone. He's probably there by now. The sheriff in Hempstead County near Hope tells KHOU 11 he is ready to assist Houston authorities in the search. 8 deputies are already driving slowly along I-30 searching for a trash bag that Vince allegedly confessed to dumping out of the car alongside the road. But you know what? He did more than just dump her body alongside of the road. He went into the bushes. This is where he got all them cuts from. They're from bushes. Prickly bushes. He got scratched up. He must have took his shirt off so he wouldn't get his shirt all dirty and messed up. And this is where he got all his marks from, all over his body, because they just looked like, bushes had scratched him up. And he obviously was not wearing any kind of shirt. And he probably fell a couple of times and got them gashes. And maybe a few were self-inflicted. As we know now, they were. Vince remains in jail at this time, charged with tampering with a human corpse. But as soon as they recover Maleah Davis's body, the charges will be upgraded, and his bail will probably be back to the 1 million it was in the first place. There's no way this man is going to get out of his jail cell anytime soon. On another hand, we are glad that he has confessed and is leading authorities to her remains. This I am thankful that he has spoken up. But what did this little girl deserve? Accident or not? This ain't no accident, in my opinion. Now, this is what he's saying. allegedly saying that it was an accident. Okay, this little girl has been under radar with the CPS for many years, since 2016. Now, this was an accident. This little girl has multiple injuries, by severe injuries to her skull and brain. This is no accident. This abuse has been going on for a long time. Now, Brittany said in one, well, she is claiming she never said this. It may not have come out of her mouth about Vince abusing and maybe sexual abusing her child for a long time. Now, she backtracked and said she never said that, but she stood by QX's side on national TV and didn't stop him saying these things that she claims she never said. She never once stopped him. Only the other day, they both spoke out and said they're done with each other. And now Maleah's body is being recovered. She knew the time was near. And this is why probably she states on TV in an interview that her mother is no longer talking to her. They are no longer talking to her. Even her sister had doubts because of the story. Now, I don't know whether they're blaming Brittany for everything, but I bet you they are blaming her for letting this abuse go on. Now, we don't know what kind of abuse has been going on. Did she know for a fact that the abuse was going on? Now, all these statements, allegations, she said, he said, I didn't say that, he lied, all this. We don't even know what the truth is anymore. Now, where is this mother? I know it's a hard time, but this mother needs to get on national TV and make some kind of statement. The whole world is looking for this little girl, has been looking for this little girl, and never gave hope. Never gave up hope. Seems like the whole world loved this baby, this little baby girl, Maleah. We showed her so much love that her own parents couldn't get on national TV and show. People have been crying for this baby. They've gave up their time. They've gave up their money. They reported on her. Keep this case going. We never gave up. But it seems like her mother gave up. Now we go by all the interviews that she has done. All the chances that this woman had, this so-called mother had, to defend her child. Show your child the love she deserves. And she could hardly even mention her name. She loved. We. Whatever she was saying. What about naming your daughter Maleah? My precious Maleah. Nope. It was turned around and it seemed like it was all about her. Her downfalls as a mother. Now we all know it's hard to be a mother, a parent, a single mother, whoever you are. Love does not cost nothing. You can be the poorest person in the world, but you show love. That is everything. Love is everything. You may not have much, no money, and all you have is love. You give it, you show it. It doesn't even like she had any respect for her daughter. What did this little baby girl do for having these injuries? She's only a baby. And Darion Vince is saying it was an accident. How the hell could it be an accident? You had to have whacked this girl, knocked her out, threw her across the room. You had to have done something. Punched her lights out. I don't know. I know the words are hard, but he did something to kill her. And it was no accident. No accident. Now the mother is still under radar because she was alone with that child. There is time lapses, and unless Darion Vince talks and says she was involved, who knows? He may. But right now, he hasn't mentioned her, or the authorities, the police have not said nothing and will not say nothing about Brittany's involvement at this time. They are just concentrating on the recovery of Maleah's little body. And we know he had a gas can with him in the car. And I don't know if it was ever filled with any gas. But the dogs did hit on a decomposing body in the back of that trunk. So there was no way those dogs would smell something that was not there. They are trained dogs. So I mean, QX was saying, you know, if you listen to the interview, he's saying he wanted to make it clear to him what happened to Maleah was an accident. He wanted to make it clear it was an accident. This is Darion Vince talking to QX. Now, he can say what he likes. Now, that's going to be his defense. There's one thing wrong with his defense. He has spoken up a little too late. It's been 1 month since Maleah has been missing, last seen on the 30th of April. He didn't call 911. He didn't call a family friend over to the apartment that we know of. He refused the biodad access to Maleah. There was only one way out of that apartment, it seems like it, and it was in the laundry basket. We know the time he left the home, and he had 24 hours to drive to where he knew the area. He took her over state lines and then proceeds to get the trash bag from the laundry basket and dump her like trash along the interstate I-30. Now he knows exactly where he put her because he knows the area. pretty good. This is why he chose the area. Now, if she's in this black plastic bag, I'm sure they're going to find her pretty easy. He says he just dumped her. He didn't say he dug a hole and buried her. So hopefully, well, let's hope that no animals have got to her. Let's hope. But like I said, he did have a gas can. But I'm sure, well, I hope that he never did anything else to this poor baby girl. And we kind of all knew she wasn't with us anymore. She was with the angels, but we can't give up hope to finding a person alive by a miracle. But sadly, this is not a miracle. But we are thankful that her body is going to be recovered and brought back home for the burial she deserves. Now, her other children are definitely in the right place at this time. And the CPS and the judge and all who were involved in the case of these children in the past years have made one big mistake this time. But you know, if you can't prove that it was deliberate, then sometimes their hands are tied. But maybe they shouldn't have given them back to the parents at this time. Maybe that was a little too soon. And I don't know why this little girl didn't speak up and say she was hit. I don't know. Maybe she was just too scared, because she may not have trusted anybody. Now, her mother, Brittany, made a statement on the interview she gave. When she was asked about what her daughter likes and plays with, that kind of thing, and she said, talking about My Little Pony, and that little character was her hero, and she watched him all day. She could watch that program all day. Isn't that sad? Now we realize this girl, this little baby girl, is in the arms of the angels, loving her like she should have been loved on this earth. That was her hero. And it seems like it was maybe a sign that this little girl was and why she was watching this little children's program. She just wanted to probably be loved and cared for. But it's all a little too late now. It's all a little too late. She's with the angels. And justice is coming. The journey to justice. This little girl can have some peace now that she is going to be found and put to rest where she deserves to be. No doubt there'll be more coming out later on the whys and why did this have to happen. to this precious little girl that did nothing to them, could not defend herself against adults that were meant to be taking care of her. Instead, they killed her. This was no accident. This was no accident, in my opinion, and probably in a lot of people's opinion. You can see in that picture that she wasn't even wearing her helmet that the doctors ordered or said for this little girl to wear for 12 to 24 months to protect her head, to protect her skull, to protect the surgery that she had just had. And look at her walking and running to catch up to that apartment. No helmet. You would think that they would carry her into the apartment because she is sick and got a poorly head and had surgery, but no, they let this little girl run behind, which was sad to see. It's sad to see, and it's even sadder now to look at her running. And it ended up she was running to her death. Poor little girl, poor little Maleah. But Darian traveled at least 325 miles. At least a 5-hour drive. Now, the gas stations, he may have stopped to get gas. They're probably going to look along the way to see if there's any surveillance video, and hopefully it's not erased. And maybe to see if there was anybody else in this car with him at the time. Because if there is video and surveillance and there is somebody else in that car, they surely are going to be charged too. So they better be aware of that. Now they know where he went, where he drove, and which route he used. He stopped for gas, that's for sure. He stopped for gas. There's got to be surveillance somewhere. And let's pray to God that it is not erased. So guys, let's have a discussion. Leave your comments below. Please like and subscribe to my channel. And thank you for stopping by.